Welcome to Riverside TV, sponsored by Riverside Collectibles. I'm your host, doug-rentsch, and today we're going to be reviewing CMC models, die-cast model and 1/18 scale of the Mercedes-Benz W165 from 1939. Now, the original car was kind of a one-off car designed for a particular race. Up until this point, Mercedes had been racing its W154 quite successfully. It was probably, at least 25% bigger than this car. This was really like a three-quarter version. The W154 had a V12 3-liter supercharged engine, putting out about a 465 horsepower. But for the Grand-Prix of Tripoli in 1939, which was extremely important to the Italians to have a good race there, they thought they would change the regulations for that race and make everybody run 1.5-liter cars. And the idea that there would be that the dominating Mercedes and Auto Union teams would not come. Well, Auto Union didn't. Mercedes engineer Rudolf Caracciola decided, well, we're going to build a 1.5-liter car that fits the regulations, and we're going to go race in Tripoli. It kind of reminds me of things that Porsche had done in the past. I know in the late 70s, Porsche was very successful with their 935, and then turned around one day and decided, hey, we had a very important race in Germany. We wanted to beat BMW in the 2-liter class, so they built a Porsche Baby, they called it, which was a small-engine version of the 935, which raced and beat the BMW. So Germans have always kind of been, famous for doing things like this. But car-wise, in terms of detail on this, and incidentally, in Tripoli, 30 cars were entered, 2 Mercedes-Benzes for Lang and Caracciola, 28 other cars, which were all of Italian origin, and the Mercedes finished first and second. So it wasn't a real successful day for the Italians, and even cutting the engine limit to 1.5 liters didn't slow the Germans down too much. But let's take a look back to this model. Now, as we zoom in and look at this nose cone and the Mercedes logo, and look at the detail on the grille, just very well done. As always, when you have spoked wheels on a CMC car and rubber tires, they're just so well done. Detail. They don't look out of scale. They don't nothing. It just really attention to detail. And this is what you really look at on a scale model like this. You say like, wow, that's really nice. And of course, the right and left hand thread, if you want to take them off, just like a real car. You can see those giant drum brakes inside there with the cooling slots cut in them. Into the engine bay, there's the 1.5-liter V8 producing about 265 horsepower, which was a lot back then. The racing numbers, we pull into the cockpit. You can see the fabric seat, the blue fabric, which would have been exactly like the real cars, the wooden rim steering wheel, the gauges, tachometer in the center there. And what's interesting about CMC cars as I do these videos, when I look at them on a large computer screen, and they're actually larger than life, the detail really holds up so well. I don't look at them and say like, well, that looks wrong, or the finish is not good here or there. They look just as good when they're under close scrutiny like this, when we're really getting close on them and looking at things tightly, and that really says a lot for CMC. Back to the rear wheel detail and the nose cone, the back, the race numbers. This here, which is CMC's model M-074, race number 24, was actually the second place car driven by Caracciola. Zoom in for cockpit detail and how close we can get in here. Pretty close. See the shifter gates on the other side. And down this side of the car. So that's the, it's available in 2 models. Like I said, this is the M-074, which is the number 24 Caracciola car from the Grand Prix of Tripoli in 1939. They also make it in a plain car with no numbers on it. Great display piece. And that's the model M-018. And both are still available and currently in stock. We'll see you next time on Riverside Collectibles. Thanks for watching. And this is Doug Rentsch. Have a good day. Thank you.